Let me show you how to make okra stew that actually tastes the way it's supposed to. Rich, well seasoned, and full of flavor in every bite. Because honestly, it's not just about putting ingredients together. The difference is in the process, how you handle your meat, how you cook your okra, and how you build your stew base. If one step goes wrong, the whole thing changes, but if you get it right, you will end up with something really satisfying. So I'm going to take my time and walk you through everything I do step by step. Now I'm starting with my okra. As you can see, I am already chopping it, but make sure to wash it thoroughly to remove any dirt. Then I trim off the tip slightly and begin slicing. When it comes to okra, the way you cut it really affects the final result. So cut it small, it breaks down too much and you lose that texture. If you also cut it big, you wouldn't end up with a good result. Sometimes it will not even cook evenly and we don't want that. So go for a medium size, just the way you are seeing on your screens right now. And after that, I'll transfer everything into my cooking pot. Now I transfer the chopped okra into a pot. Next, I'll go in with my chopped jute leaves. You can replace this with kontomire or any green leafy of your choice. Okay, this is also called ayoyo leaves. Moving forward, I'll go in with some chopped onions. This will give the okra a very lovely taste and also a very nice sweetness we all love. And also I'll add in some baking soda. This will help draw the okra very fast. Add in some water and also we're going to stir everything gently and allow it to cook on medium heat. From time to time, I check on it and give it a light stir so it cooks evenly and doesn't stick. You'll notice it's gradually softening and releasing that slight thick, slippery texture, and that's exactly what you want. At this point, it's ready. I don't want to overcook it, so I'll take it off the heat and set it aside. Now, that is my meat already on fire. So for the meat, basically it's just meat, crabs, and cow skin. You can also feel free to using any meat or protein of your choice, and I also season it properly with some aroma seasoning and also garlic, ginger, and onion, so it's very flavorful. I'll allow it to do its own thing for a while and then I'll set it aside as well. Now that my meat and okra are ready, I move on to the stew base. So I'll place my pan on fire and add palm oil. Let the oil heat up properly and also be careful not to burn the oil because burnt oil can affect the taste of your stew. I'll add my momone. As soon as it hits the oil, you will notice a strong, rich aroma. This is what gives the stew that deep traditional flavor. I also go in with some chopped onions. I will let it fry for about 1 minute for it to release its natural flavor. Next, I also go in with some blended garlic, ginger, and onions. Stir very well and let it cook for approximately 3 to 5 minutes on medium heat. Now I add just a small amount of tomato paste. This is not to overpower the stew, but to deepen the color and add more richness. I mix it well and allow it to fry properly. This step is very important because tomato paste needs to cook thoroughly to remove that raw taste. As it fries, you will notice the color becoming deeper and the oil separating slightly from the mixture, and that's when you know it's ready. Today I want to also introduce to you something special and also part of the family as well. So we'll be adding in some brown swag mackerel in tomato sauce. You all know I love mackerel, and so if you are looking for the best on market and also for the best taste, then all you have to do is to use brown swag mackerel in tomato sauce and you would definitely love the taste, and you will not even waste your money at all. So next, I'll go in with my cooked meat. I'll also go in with some pepper to taste. Always adjust to your taste. Moving forward, I'll go in with some aromat stew seasoning powder, and that's all for seasoning. Stir everything together very nicely, and if you need to add in salts, that's just fine. Add salt to taste and also adjust seasoning as well. Stir everything together very nicely and allow it to cook for a few minutes. From time to time, I check on it, making sure everything is blending well and not sticking at the bottom. At this point, the stew is already looking rich and smelling amazing. Alright, so the stew is looking absolutely delicious. Now I bring back my cooked okra and add it into the stew.
Pepper, onions, fresh tomatoes, loving every stir that flows. Traditional taste with modern style, cooking with it brings a smile.
So immediately I add in the okra, you will see the stew change. It becomes thicker, richer, and more textured. This is where everything comes together. To finish it off, you can also add some chopped onions to it, and that will be fine. But today, this is how I'm keeping it. Very simple, but very appetizing. Let everything simmer together for a few more minutes so all the flavors combine perfectly.
Taste the joy in every bite. Cooking with it, feel so.
If you love what you're seeing, baby, what are you waiting for? Kindly do subscribe to my channel and also do turn on the post notification bell so that anytime I upload amazing videos like this, you will be among the first person to be notified. And just look at this, rich, thick, and full of flavor. Everything is well combined, the texture is just right, and the aroma is something else. I paired mine with banku and it came out perfectly. If you try this recipe, let me know in the comment section how it turned out for you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Cooking with Efia for more delicious recipes. Thank you once again for staying with me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Kitchen full of love, blessings shining from above. Cooking with it, every day, flavor lighting up the way. Taste